The US plans to give Ukraine advanced long-range missiles to help with its ongoing counter-offensive against Russia. That's according to reports in the American media. They quote US officials familiar with the issue, saying Ukraine will get some long-range missiles similar to the ones we're seeing here, with a range of up to 190 miles.
Gabe, what's the latest here with this aid going to Ukraine? Something about missiles, right?
Yeah, Anna, good morning. You mentioned that $325 million security package that has already been reported on and that the president announced yesterday. That includes air defense equipment, artillery rounds, and anti-tank weapons. But we're also just learning, according to NBC News, citing 3 U.S. officials and a congressional official familiar with the discussions, that yesterday President Biden informed President Zelensky that the U.S. does plan to provide a small number of Attackums, those long-range guided missiles that Ukraine had been asking for.
President Biden's pledge to supply Ukraine with Attackums missiles is a turning point in the ongoing war with Russia. This pledge represents not only the U.S. backing up Ukraine, but also the possibility of shifting the regional power balance. The deployment of Attackums missiles is regarded as a game-changing action with enormous military and strategic ramifications. It demonstrates Ukraine's commitment to bolstering its defenses and confront Russian aggression. Attackums missiles are advanced ballistic weapons that may be launched from a variety of launch rocket systems. These missiles have a number of critical traits and capabilities. To begin, they travel in a predefined course after launch, which is known as a ballistic trajectory, which allows them to travel long distances quickly. Attackums missiles are launched primarily from platforms such as the M270 multiple launch rocket system and the M142 high mobility artillery rocket system, which also known as HIMARS, which provide mobility and agility in their deployment. Attackums missiles are available in a variety of configurations, each customized to a certain function. These versions may differ in terms of range, guiding systems, and payload type. Some varieties, for example, are outfitted with cluster munitions for broad coverage, while others use precision-guided warheads for pinpoint accuracy. These missiles' ranges can vary greatly, with some built for shorter distances and others capable of reaching deep into enemy territory. Importantly, Attackums missiles are outfitted with sophisticated guidance systems. Some use GPS guidance to improve precision, while others rely on inertial navigation systems. These technologies ensure that missiles hit their targets with pinpoint accuracy, making them useful assets on the battlefield. Attackums missiles may efficiently target a wide range of objectives, including enemy supply depots, military formations, command centers, and more, depending on the individual type and payload.
Yes, good afternoon, Leah. Yesterday, Ukraine launched what appears to be a very successful attack against the Russian Black Sea Fleet headquarters based here in Sevastopol. The Russians claim that 5 missiles they shot down out of the sky, but later admitted that 1 had got through. And when you look at the video footage of the wreckage, there was clearly smoke coming up before the main missile comes in and takes out the headquarters. It was evidently, a couple of things from the video, it wasn't a drone, that is a big missile and it's coming in at speed. The second thing, it does illustrate the advantage of Western military weapons, GPS guided, but also there was a delay on the fuse that allows the bomb, as you can see here, to actually get itself into the building, through the roof, through the first floor and down to the communications centre, which is what they would have been trying to target. Now they've hit the headquarters. Why have they done that? Largely because it severs the head of the Russian Navy.
These missiles are capable of covering large geographical areas, including southern Ukraine, eastern Ukraine, and possibly Crimea if longer-range versions are available. In practice, the deployment of Attackums missiles has the potential to disrupt and impede Russian military activities in a variety of ways. Because of their potential to attack at long distances, crucial supply lines, logistical hubs, and command centers may be jeopardized. This might push Russia to change its operations, possibly transferring vital facilities further underground or out of Ukraine entirely.
Welcome to our news episode. According to multiple sources, Russia has been consistently blocking US-made mobile rocket systems in Ukraine. Electronic jammers are being used by the Russians to confuse the GPS-guided targeting system of the High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or called HIMARS, causing it to miss its targets.
Recognizing Russia's GPS jamming capabilities, it's worth noting that Attackums missiles include inertial navigation systems as an alternative to GPS. While less precise than GPS, inertial guidance systems are nonetheless effective for certain types of munitions, particularly cluster munitions. These devices allow Attackums missiles to maintain a decent level of precision, ensuring that they reach their designated target locations even when GPS jamming is present. This resistance to GPS jamming improves the dependability of Attackums missiles, giving them a viable alternative for striking key targets in the face of Russian electronic warfare operations.
A missile strike Friday severely damaged a Russian naval headquarters in the Crimean Peninsula, formerly part of Ukraine. And Ukraine says the admiral in charge of Russia's Black Sea Fleet was killed. But this morning, there are questions about the accuracy of that claim.
Even in small quantities, the introduction of Attackums missiles is expected to have a considerable psychological impact on Russia in the context of the current crisis in Ukraine.
В противном случае мы должны принять то решение, о котором сегодня говорится.
Что значит, в противном случае вы предлагаете начать переговорный процесс?
Нет, я...
Или признавать суверенитет республики?
Я
поддерживаю
предложение...
Так и скажите, да или нет?
Да. Поддерживаю предложение о вхождении Донецкой и Луганской народных республик в состав Российской Федерации.
Да, мы об этом не говорим, мы этого не обсуждаем. Мы говорим о признании их независимости или нет.
Да.
Садитесь, спасибо. Владимир Александрович.
This psychological influence is an important aspect of modern warfare that is often overlooked yet has a significant impact on strategic decisions and responses. The mere fact that Ukraine possesses Attackums missiles can cause Russian military strategists to feel uncomfortable and unpredictable. Even a small number of these missiles has the potential to force Russia to reassess its strategies and tactics. This ambiguity stems from the fact that Attackums missiles are capable of striking logistics and command centers, which are critical targets for military operations. This means that Russian forces will have to deal with the threat of attacks on their supply lines, troop formations, and coordination centers. Uncertainty can prompt defensive measures such as the dispersal of important assets, the creation of fortified locations, or even the removal of certain functions outside of Ukraine. These defensive actions can be logistically challenging and can disrupt Russian military activities. Furthermore, the unpredictability offered by the Attackums missiles may diminish Russia's ability to anticipate and effectively counter possible attacks. This psychological influence can put Russian forces on edge, making them more cautious and potentially reducing their battlefield efficiency. I also like to emphasize a crucial feature of Attackums missiles in Ukraine, namely the expectation that manufacture of these missiles will not continue. Instead, modern precision strike missiles are likely to eventually replace Attackums in the Ukrainian arsenal. This shift to newer missile systems reflects a larger trend in current military technology in which precision and range are always improving. Precision strike missiles, which frequently have longer ranges and better targeting capabilities, are a natural progression in military technology. While Attackums missiles have shown to be a useful asset, adopting newer technologies is a reasonable step in maintaining a competitive edge. The steady transition to precision strike missiles demonstrates Ukraine's dedication to modernizing its military capabilities and keeping up with new conflict methods. These newest missiles are believed to be more precise and versatile, thereby improving Ukraine's deterrent and defense capabilities. The deployment of Attackums missiles in Ukraine has a significant impact on Russia's military operations and strategic calculations. It represents a huge challenge to Russian forces, potentially demanding changes in logistics and defense measures. In any case, it is anticipated that Russia will likely face a significant increase in the deployment of Attackums missiles from Ukraine in the future. With that, let's end the video. This is Visionomics, signing out.